Welcome to my tutorial number 6. It's titled Common Mistakes and Errors with Flash. We're going to start by opening a new Flash document, and we're going to go down here into the corner way down here of the library and click on this here and make a movie clip. We're going to call the movie clip Ball Red underscore MC. Ball Red underscore MC. And we're going to use our circle tool with a outside stroke black and a fill color red, and I'm going to make a circle here. I'm going to grab the circle tool, hold the shift down, and you'll make a perfect circle. While it's selected, I'm going to go over here and align it to the center by picking these two buttons. Now let's test this movie. When I test it, nothing happens. You may already know the problem is we have to put this movie clip on the main scene, scene 1. So go up here, click scene 1, and drag this movie clip onto the first layer and call this Ball Red. Just giving this layer a name. And now let's try, and there's our movie clip. Pretty simple. So the error here was not putting the movie clip on scene 1. So now let's do a little bit of action script and see if we can come up with some more errors. So we're going to open the actions panel right here, and I'm a slow typer, so I have this copied and paste, type. I'm typing, and there's our Ball Red movie clip, period. That's telling me I'm talking about the Ball Red movie clip. Ball Red underscore MC. On press, make sure the O is small and the P is large, equals function, close, open and close little brackets, and then the curly bracket, start drag, bracket this, and this is for the same movie clip, Ball Red underscore MC. This on release will stop the drag. So let's see if that works. Test the movie. I click on it and I can't drag it. The reason I can't drag it is because I have to give this ball an instance name. So I'm just going to go up here, select the ball. It's red ball, ball red. Down here, instance name. If I'm going to write action script on something, it has to have an instance name. So it was Ball Red underscore MC. And if all's right now, I click test my movie, and I can click and drag and leave go. Very common errors to make. While we're on scene 1, we're going to put something else on the stage. So I want I'll select this layer, open up a new layer, and call it Ball Blue. I'm going to lock this layer, and I'm going to rectify something that I messed up. I normally like to have my action scripts on its own layer. So I'm going to click the actions, open it, cut them from here, just like cut and paste, open up a new layer, select that frame, and put my actions in that layer. and just make sure it still works. It does. I can still move it around. Okay, now this, we'll call this action script. Lock it back to the ball blue layer. I'm now going to choose a fill color of blue, and I'm going to use my oval tool, and right here I'm going to put a circle. So I drag, hold the shift down, it makes a circle for me. There it is. There's my circle. And I'm going to make that a movie clip. Up here, modify, convert to symbol, ball blue underscore MC. It's also a movie clip. If we're going to write some action script on this ball blue, we have to give it an instance name. So we'll give it the instance name ball blue underscore MC. We're going to write the action script that will check to see when these two hit. So we'll open our actions panel, and in here we'll select the spot at the end of these two instructions. We'll type in that code, and this code says if the ball red movie clip hits the ball blue movie clip, trace balls hit. The trace instruction is only when you test your movie. This does not appear on the final product. It's only an aid. So we'll know if these two objects hit and this is working, this trace will produce an output panel, and in that output panel will be written the balls hit. So let's try that. I can move it, but nothing happens. Okay, something's wrong. Let's find out what it is. Well, we're using action script, so we got to make sure that both these items have an instance name. My red one has ball red, so that's all right. My blue movie clip is all right. So both of them are correct. Make sure the names are spelt properly, including the underscore in the movie clip, which they are. The problem here is when the action script is running the program, it's only going to go through this once, and that doesn't allow us to even implement this code. So we have to tell the movie, go through this frame over and over, and that's a special function. With our actions panel selected again, we're going to type in that special function. Type. I'm typing it in, and it's called an on enter frame function. And what this on enter frame function is, it will allow this to happen over and over and over, allowing us to test when these two balls hit. So it's small o, big E, big F, on enter frame equals a function, open and close brackets, now in those open curly brackets, and this function is going to, all this stuff, all from here, all this is going to be inside this function, so the last curly bracket has to be at the bottom here. So put that close curly bracket. Now let's see what happens. I test the movie, I hit it, and as you can see over here there's this output panel, and it says hit, and every time I hit, there's my output panel, hitting. So this works. Okay, let's have something else happen when these two items hit. So we'll make another movie clip and have something happen with that. To make another movie clip, go down the bottom of your libraries panel, right there, right down here, click this, and we're going to call this green, excuse me, square green, SQUARE GREEN _MC. Another movie clip, square green. Here it is, and we're going to use our rectangle tool. We'll keep a stroke of black, but naturally if we're going to call it green, we should select green. And we'll make a square, and as it was for this oval tool, if I hold the shift down, that becomes a square. And I'm just going to center that. I'll select it first, pick this tool up, select it, center it to my stage. Go back to scene 1. We know now that we have to put this on scene 1, so let's do that. Now see that, them circles, that circle with the line through it, that means we don't have a frame selected. So let's go up here, make a new layer, square green, and that's right there. And now we can come down here, grab that square green, and we'll put it, I want to put it, I'm going to make my scene smaller, and I want to put that up there out of the way. We know now that if we're going to write action code on this, it needs an instance name. We've learned that. So let's give it an instance name. SQUARE square green _MC. So it has an instance name. Now we can write code on it. So let's have the green move across the screen when these two hit. Go open down the bottom here, open that movie clip, and take that green, well, let's make it smaller here so we can work with it. There it is there, that's where it is on the stage, and let's make it move across the stage for about 3 seconds. I got 12 frames per second, so 36 frames, that's 3 seconds. So I clicked on that and insert a keyframe. I'm inserting a keyframe, and I want this to be over here after 3 seconds. Go back and select the first frame again, go down here and do a tween, and if you get the arrow, your tween is going to work. Now, we said we want this to move when the two balls hit. So I'm going to click on this first frame and hold it down and move it. And that gives me a blank frame here. And let's call this layer green. So we'll know what's on that layer. And we want another layer for actions again. And I want that first frame to be stopped. I've inserted a keyframe, and in that keyframe right there I am going to put some action script, and it's going to be stop. So now when I try to run the movie, I don't see the green because it stopped. My hit function still works. There's my output panel. That's still working. So now what I want to happen is when they hit, those two objects hit, I want this green square to go across the stage once, and then when it comes back to frame 1, because of this stop, it will stop. So go to my actions panel here and type in the code for that, and here it is. It says, again, when the red ball hits the blue ball, we'll make that trace, which is only for test purposes. The square green movie clip, that's the one we just made, it'll go to there and play frame 2. So let's see if that works. Test the movie. When I move it over here, there's my ball hit. And why did my movie clip not move? we're going to terminate this tutorial, and we will solve this problem on the follow-up tutorial 6a. It's titled More Mistakes and Errors with Flash. Hope you've learned something from this tutorial, and check out tutorial 6a to solve this problem.